Yep. Hi everybody, it's me again. Welcome back to my channel. And for those of you who don't know, I'm Tina. Hi. Yes, we are here to do some craft stuff. Yes, we're finally getting out of the cleaning and the organizing and all that good stuff to work on a craft. Now, I told you I was going to do the rainbow on camera, painting it, and I decided I would start it first, and I did start it. Now, originally, when I shown you the rainbow, I had done the purple and I think the blue or something like that. I can't remember, but I'd used the colors that it came with, and they were just way too dark for me. So I painted over those with white to get a fresh slate, and then I went in with my pastels. Yes, you know me and my pastels. I love my pastels. And again, I forgot to turn on my ring light because that's the story of my life. I'm trying to turn it. There it goes. Trying to turn it on with my fingernails because I can't use the nubs like I would normally use. And now you can see it better. See, I got the purple in, I got the light blue, I got the turquoise or whatever color you want to call that. And now I'm going to go in with the orange. Now I bought 2 oranges at Walmart today because I didn't have a light orange. I had thought about like making it a light orange. But then I decided, oh, I'll just see at Walmart, see if they have something I could get. And this is what I got. I got one that's kind of really light orange. And then one that's like a little bit of a darker orange. And I think I'm going to use the darker of the 2 colors. Yes. So I'm going to bring you down so we can paint in the orange. And yes, I'm going to be taking my teeth out. So come on down. Let's do this. Okay, teeth out, and we're ready to work. Yep, just making sure we're centered. I think I'm going to change the camera so it's a little bit closer. Yep, we're just going to shake this thing here. Because I want to get some tape on the top. Well, first I need to take the tape. Well, I don't need to do that when I'm just opening it up like this. And of course I'm gonna, get it on the other colors. And after we get done doing all the colors, we will go back and do touch-ups. I did do touch-ups on the blue. Yeah, and this, no, it's not this, I don't think it's this side. If it's this side, I need to do it again because it still has the green on the blue. So I guess I'm being picky, I want it perfect. So we're gonna go in with the orange, just checking to make sure it was stirred up well enough. And I got me a tiny little brush so we could do this. And my hand's probably in the way. Yeah, the clouds are going to be white, and I was thinking I was going to sprinkle some pretty white glitter on there. That is my plan. It is a pretty orange. I do say so myself. I'm trying to keep the paintbrush flat. So I'm just gonna do that to flatten it back out. And we'll continue on. I'm not saying much because I'm concentrating. Trying to keep within the lines so I won't have too much of a touch-up later. But I can guarantee you everything will need touching up in one way or another. Yeah, I think I chose good with the orange. It's a nice light orange. It's not overpowering. It blends well with the other colors that make up my rainbow. And that little star there is going to need a lot of corrections because I got blue or green all over it. Yes, I did. I'm trying not to put my hand in it. Okay, I think we got the first part done. Yep, I just gotta... There. I think I can go ahead and do the second coat carefully. And I know my hand's gonna be in your way. Maybe one of those days I'll get a camera that you put like on your chest so that you can see my point of view. So that my hand's not blocking the camera. Oops. That's fine. Like I said, I was going to need touch-ups anyways. Just not rush it. That's all you got to do. No rushing involved. No rushing allowed. Let's get this around this little star. Carefully. There. Now we'll do the other side carefully. Yeah, I don't know what this is, but I'm sure my white paint will cover it up. I'm just kind of trying to get the paintbrush flattened again. And then once we're done with the orange, we'll have to pause the video until this dries. I did a pretty good job going around that star. Looks like it needs a little bit of green there up by that star. It's not completely painted in. Yep, coming up to another star. Just kind of carefully try to get it. They have a star on the other side. Well, I had this one, which I messed up with the green, but there was not one exactly on it. Now I do have some shimmery gold, which I probably use on the stars. I think that would be pretty. And then the and the clouds, like I said, will have white glitter on it. And flatten it out again. Okay. Definitely gonna need touch-ups, but I'm only human. And like I always say, there is nothing in my house that's perfect. And neither is my painting. Neither is the painting. Just doing a quick little second coat on here. Just like I did on the other side. Whoops. Got a little cocky there and got right into the green. Yep. I do better when I'm going away from me than going towards me. And this paintbrush is like perfect size for the rainbow. But yep, we will let the orange, I just see some spots here, trying to carefully get them in there. We'll let the orange dry, and then we'll come back and do the the yellow. And like I said, it's not until we're done with all the rainbow will we go in and do our touch-ups. Because as I pull you closer, you can probably see where it does need touch-ups. Yeah. Yeah, we are back with some more of our painting. I keep forgetting to turn this back on. You can see me. Let's just throw that up there. Okay. Yeah, we are back with some more of our painting. I'm trying to get these crumbs off the table. They're getting in my way. I was trying to use my mouse on the table and there's like crumbs all over it. There. But yeah, the orange is dry, so we're going to move on to the yellow. And then after the yellow, we'll be using our pink. So we're going to go ahead and shake this up so I can get some of the paint on the lid, because that's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to bring you on down so we can do this. Okay. And I'm sure my hands are going to get in the way just like they did last time, and I apologize. One of these days I will be equipped with the proper tools to do good videos and not just, mediocre ones. One of these days. Okay, let's try this pretty yellow. Yeah, it's pretty. I'm being careful trying to keep it in the lines, but I'm not being super careful. Because if it goes out of the lines, I'm going to be doing touch-up later on. So it is fine. I do love the paint. I don't know why I don't do it more often. This might need a couple of coats to get it to show up. And it doesn't help my handshake. That does not help at all. But all I can do is my best. Yeah, I did a little gloppy on that one. That's fine. Let's go to the other side. This one has a big old cloud on the yellow line, which is fine. The cloud's going to be white with white glitter on it. And yeah, I couldn't tell if that was like raised there. And it is. It's got a star there as well. It has a star and a cloud. Okay. Once we get this side done, we'll do the other side again. Let's give it a quick little second coat. I'm hoping tomorrow my honey's gonna put my hot tub up. I keep bugging him. I was like, please put my hot tub up. So he's been going out there clearing the area where it's gonna be going. He told me tomorrow's the day. I'm like, yay! I get to go in my hot tub. Yeah. Oh well. As I always say, nothing in my house is perfect. Okay, I'll do the second coat a little more slow. Try to make it neat. Yeah, I finished painting one of my shelves and I was going for something really colorful. I'll show it to you once I finish this doing the yellow, because I have it hanging back up on the wall. I haven't put anything on it yet, but it is back on the wall. You're gonna be like, wow, Tina, that is crazy when you see all the colors I put on it. think as good as we're going to get it for right now. We got to let it all dry. It looks so pretty, don't it? I am liking these pastel-y colors. And I can't use my hot pink, which is the color pink I normally use. I got to find my light pink, which is probably over there on top of the microwave. So I'm going to put this behind you, kind of try to pick it, hold it without touching the yellow. So I can show you my shelf. Take these off. Take those off. Let's see. There it is. Trying to get the camera to go the way I want it to. Hold on. There we go. You have to let me know down in the comments, honestly, what you think of my multicolored shelf. And I'd asked my honey, I was like, do you think that's too vibrant? Do you think I should, just get rid of all the colors? He said, absolutely not. I like it. You need to leave it just like it is. I'm like, okay. But yeah, we'll come back when everything is dry. Then we'll do the pink. Then we'll do the touch-ups. And then we'll do the white. So, we'll be back. We are going to finish this today, hopefully. Yep, I'm putting the cloth down because if I put it down without something under it, see what happens? It gets those little black marks. And so we're going to have to go over it with white paint again. Now, I did go ahead, as you can tell, I went ahead and did the pink. I did the touch-ups. And it looks like I might have to do a little bit more touch-ups with the pink here. But I'll do that off camera. But we're going to touch up the white so that it can dry. And we shouldn't have to hiccup too much. Not the hiccups. And we're just going to do a little touch-up on these stars. So they're nice and shiny white. But I did finish the other side. So all we got to do is this side. And I got to make sure all those spots are covered up because of the fact that this is going to stay white and I don't want black spots on it. I do plan on putting glitter on the white. And I saw that the kit actually came with a clear glitter. So I was going to use the clear glitter that I have, but I won't need to because it came with one. And I'm not too worried about the bottom. Not too worried about the bottom because it won't be seen. But we are going to finish this today. I'm just going to let the white dry and then we will come right back and finish this off. And you're going to see on the other side, I did put the glitter on it that came with the kit. Now I just got to touch up this white because I put it on its side without a towel under it, and it's got those black marks again. I'm thinking with the glitter you won't be able to see the black marks if any more show up. Try to cover it best I could. Hopefully the glitter will cover it up and you won't be able to see it. Yeah, I did the little yellow star on this side, but I was planning on putting glitter on the cloud. That's why there's no glitter on it. I'm going to attempt to put glitter on the cloud. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, we'll come back once the white paint's dry and we'll paint these As you know, I just put white on it, and I just touched one of them. I just touched one. I gotta be careful not to transfer that white. Just need a little bit. Yep, so we'll be back once this is dry and we will finish it. Yes. Yep, we are back. I got my Mod Podge. The white's dry. What first we're gonna have to do is paint in the little things. And I think, trying to remember what I think I used the paint that it came with to get a nice bright yellow. I think I'm gonna have to do this side again. I tried putting some glitter on there and that didn't work. So I'm looking for my the paint that it came with. Oh, I know where it is. I think I know where it is, and I would be mistaken. It's not. Wait a minute, I think I see it. Aha, I found it. No, that's not it. That's the one I'm gonna use. It's not the one it came with, but that's the one I'm gonna use if I can get it open. It's kind of hard with these nails. Yep, the nails are still on my hands. I had one fall off. Oh, I see the ones that came with it. They're right in front of my face. Yep, they're right in front of my face. So, oops, I got backwards. I'm gonna try to get it open without making a huge mess. There. And I'm just gonna, actually I'm not gonna use that paintbrush. I'm gonna use this one here. Oops. That I was using earlier with the white. I'm gonna have to wash that paintbrush because that's the one I'm gonna use for the Mod Podge. Carefully do this side. Is that part? Yeah, it's part of it. It's like a shooting star, but it's just gonna get all put yellow. And I'm just sitting here, I put my makeup on, watching YouTube videos while I waited for this to dry. I'm going to rinse this off in the sink because okay. I'm going to carefully lay this down on this side and hope I don't mess up the yellow I just painted. I'm doing this side first because this has 3 of them. Trying to keep it away from there. And I got this glitter. Yeah, for a second there I thought I forgot to turn the camera on. I have this glitter and I also have this fine glitter, but I think the fine glitter would work better because I tried putting the thicker glitter on that little star on the other side and it did not work well. It did not look nice either. So I got this open, which made a mess all over my hands. And I'm going to do one cloud at a time and then sprinkle glitter on it and hope it doesn't stick to the rest of it because I fear the Mod Podge will dry quickly. So we're just going to, and it's supposed to dry clear, so I think we'll be fine. If a little bit of the Mod Podge gets on the rainbow. Just making sure there's not a bunch of lines in it. And then, there it is. I think I can do this side and the other side. I'm just going to let it sit on there until it dries, and then I'll knock it off and put the leftover stuff in the other side. And then of course we're going to have to let all those dry. You think no, they're not dry. I can tell they're not dry. Because once they're dry, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of glitter. Actually, I'm going to use the clear glitter on the stars when I do the rainbow. That's my plan, yeah. That's going to kind of... Isn't that beautiful? Yep, but we will have to wait until this dries completely before we can turn it around, turn it over to do the other sides. Well, we probably could do the middle part here. Carefully. Try not to touch the glitter that I already did. Of course, I'll only be able to do one side right now. Okay. So we'll let this dry. And, of course, we'll do the other side, or I might do it off camera because you might not want to see me do the entire glittery part of it, because it's all the same. It's all going to be glitteries. Look at. She's the only kitty I've ever owned that likes to have her belly rubbed. But we will be back with either the finished product or we'll be back to do some more glitter. Yeah, we are getting down to the nitty gritty. Yes, we are. Yeah, this is from another video I just did. I'll put those to the side. But, yeah, I rinsed off the paintbrushes. And while I was off camera, I did do the insides and I did the outsides. So now we're going to do this side and the cloud. That is the plan. And then we'll be done with this portion of doing the rainbow. I'm going to take the lid off and be very careful not to tip that over. So let's do this. I just try to get it as close to the edge as possible where I did it. And we will be going over the entire thing once everything is dried with the Mod Podge, including the glitter we're putting on right now so it doesn't, you know, fall off. I made that mistake once. I was making something. There was salt and pepper shakers. It's one of my really early videos. And I didn't put anything on the glitter that I use. I use the same glitter I'm using right now. It's probably the same exact ones too. And I didn't Mod Podge, so every time I would touch it, I'd have glitter all over my hands. So I couldn't really use it for, you know, actually using it for the purpose that it's, you know, salt and pepper shakers. I couldn't use it as a salt and pepper shaker because the glitter would just fall off. And if I used it, glitter would be all up in my food. And this is not food grade glitter at all. So that would not be safe. No, it would not be. Now you'd be very careful about the cloud because we don't want to get it all over everything. So we're just going to carefully do the cloud. Try not to leave a bunch of goops. Kind of doing it and wiping it off because there was way too much on my brush. And as you can see, I did do the glitter on this side with the, I wanted to test out the glitter that came with the kit. I'm thinking they had, you know, it didn't come with white to touch up the clouds. It just came with that clear glitter. And so let's take the glitter off. And I had to dust off this a little bit. But that's pretty. I like how that turned out. So we got all the glitter done. We got the glitter done on this side where you paint it. But we'll wait for this to dry. We're almost done. We just got to do the clear glitter on the other side, on the underside, on the top. And then we will Mod Podge the entire thing. And then we'll be done with this cloud, or this rainbow with clouds. But I'm going to, once this is dry, I'm going to take all this glitter, put it back in my container, put my Mod Podge brush back in there. Pick this up carefully. And so we'll be back once it's dry. I said we're going to finish this today, and I meant it. Yep, we are back, and the rainbow is finished. Yes, I painted the Mod Podge off camera. I did the glitter off camera. Now, you know, I did the cloud, and I told you guys that I was going to go in with the clear glitter like I did on this side, but then the cloud just got glitter all over it. And so I was like, I don't think I should add any more glitter to it. And so I got the Mod Podge and just painted over the glitter that was on there. But I think it turned out so beautiful. I don't know if you could see the sparkles. I think you can. And I tried putting some Mod Podge on top, but it turned out crappy. As you can see, like some parts has the Mod Podge stuck. The Mod Podge and the glitter stuck to it. And so I kind of just tried rubbing it off with my finger, but it didn't work. And so I said, oh well, I'll just paint it, and with the Mod Podge, you know, to lock it in. And the only thing I haven't painted yet is this part right here, nor have I added any glitter on it. I will do that off camera, but I just wanted to show you the finished product. Yes, we finished it. I've only had this little rainbow. It is a bank. I've only had this little rainbow bank probably for 3 years, because my honey got it from work, because sometimes they'll give away, you know, things like this. And so I was like, I want it, I'm going to paint it. And 3 years later, I finally painted it. Let's see. Yeah, I am covered with glitter. I am covered with it, but yeah. Yeah, as you can see, I'm working on making some spaghetti sauce, because we're going to have meatball subs tonight. Doesn't that sound delish? Yep, I'm going to make my homemade meatballs, and we're going to have meatball subs. But, yep. I think it turned out real cute. But, yeah, we finally finished it. I think it took 3 or 4 separate videos to do it, because I did, like, separate, you know, videos for the colors. Because obviously I had to wait for them to dry, but I definitely think it looks cuter with the pastels rather than the bold colors that it came with. Yeah, these are, no, those aren't it. Where are they? Here they are. These are the bold colors it came with. And it didn't even come with a blue. It was supposed to be a rainbow. Didn't come with a blue. It came with a purple, a green, a red, an orange, and a yellow. I don't think you can make blue by mixing 2 colors together. You know, you could do it. You could have made the green, but you can't make a blue, so I don't understand that. But and there is room for every single color, as you can see, the purple, the blue, the green, the orange, the yellow, and the red. So I don't know what they thought you would do without the blue. I guess not add it. But thank you so much for watching, and if you have a question, comment, you can leave them right down below. If you enjoyed the video, why not leave it a little thumbs up? And if you haven't subscribed, you'll find my face. You can click on it. Click on it if you would like to subscribe. But again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye!